Alright guys, welcome back to our final episode of NCIS for the Wii. Not the final part, but the final episode. We're still continuing with the deduction board.
This isn't right. Try again. What would Einstein...
Why don't you explain it to me, Abs?
I deserve a cupcake for that.
Seal's mission is recover plutonium.
Why do you think that, Abs?
Let's report the
English, Abs.
mirror's broken and used as a weapon.
Found what we were looking for.
So it looks like the mirror was a weapon.
Why don't you explain it to me, Abs? In English, Abs. That's supposed to make
Oh,
sense,
shoot.
Abs?
Okay, let's try this again.
What does that mean, Abs?
There's that
Well,
one.
It works like this. This won't elude me for long. This isn't right.
Why don't you explain it to me, Abs?
I deserve a cupcake for that.
Okay, so we got the plutonium part.
Why do you think that, Abs?
Mirror's broken and used as a weapon.
Just what I thought.
Okay, now we're good. Think. Yeah.
Why don't you explain it to me, Abs? That's supposed to make sense, Abs?
There we go.
Just what I thought.
Oh, okay, I get it now. Alright, so the murderer was wounded by the mirror. And there we go.
Gibbs, Nate Levine, and Patrick Swift were reporting directly to Captain Husker. Something they were involved with got them killed. Where are you going?
Director Vance.
Alrighty.
What's going on in Dubai?
You mean the World Financial Congress?
You know what I mean, Leon.
The event is a highly visible target with a lot of high-profile people. Echelon has picked up chatter that has led naval intelligence to believe it will be a target for a terrorist attack.
But why Dubai? Why now?
Like I told you, it has to do with the failed sting operation in Iran.
You mean Captain Husker's operation?
The failed sting operation in Iran has led us to Dubai, though J.J. Husker was not involved.
You're lying to me, Leon. Those SEALs had orders from Husker.
All right, Gibbs. Husker went off the reservation. He was using the sting operation to try and extort extra money from the terrorists. It backfired. And not only did it get him killed, but the plutonium they were using as bait ended up in the wrong hands.
So Husker sold the plutonium. Interesting.
What else do you know about J.J. Husker?
JJ stands for James Johnson. The name Husker was a cover, one given to him by the Navy when he began running Black Ops.
Captain Johnson. Related to Dustin Johnson, the guard killed in the Lucky Card Casino?
Father and son.
So their deaths are related.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Gibbs, I've just made the most interesting discovery. There was something lodged under the fingernail of one of our dead SEALs, a wax or polymer of some kind. I've sent it up to Abby for testing.
Thanks, Duck. I'll go see her.
Alright, back to Abby. Oops. I keep pushing. Alright, there we go. So now we gotta process the mysterious substance that Ducky found. There we go.
This is some sort of petrochemical, though an unusual one. It has a lot in common with other carbon-based substances normally used as a coating on fabrics to make them waterproof.
What do you got, Abs?
Gibbs, this is weird. I've never come across this particular chemical before. I mean, The concept is familiar, but the actual substance is new to me. Maybe McGee can come up with more information on it.
Thanks, Abs. DeNozo,
Hey, boss. I'm just about
have you spoken to your father yet?
already at the prison.
Just keep your head in the game. Don't let your father derail you.
Understood.
All right, time for us to interview Anthony DeNozo Sr.
What did you do this time, Dad?
That's how you greet me, Junior?
Yes, consider that my standard greeting when I'm bailing you out of jail. How many times now?
Junior, when are you going to learn to stop living in the past? You need to enjoy today.
What did you do?
Nothing.
I find that hard to believe. The Dubai police don't make a habit of just incarcerating American citizens without reason.
Nothing, Junior. I was in town for less than 48 hours when they knocked on the door and arrested me. I didn't even have a chance to have my breakfast.
Tragic. But if I'm gonna get you out of here, you're gonna have to give me some real details. What'd they tell you when you were arrested?
They said I owe money. Apparently it's a crime to default on a debt in Dubai.
How much do you owe?
They said I owe $200 million.
What? How did you manage to get into debt in just 48 hours?
I told you, Junior, I'm innocent. I just came to town to attend the World Financial Congress. I attend every year, and while I was at the opening night gala, an old friend of mine introduced me to a man named Rashid Al Mohammed. He was looking to bring on board an experienced CEO to help right the ship, so I sat down with him, had a scotch, and before the evening was over, I signed on with him for quite a hefty salary.
That's it. All you did was get a job.
Well, the position included a significant ownership stake in the company.
I see. And the company owes the money.
That's right.
What's the name of this company?
Gentech Dynamics.
So let me get this straight. You now have a significant ownership stake in a company that turns out to be massively in debt.
It appears that way. Yes.
And they won't let you out of prison until you pay that debt.
That's what I'm told.
Tell me again the name of the guy who gave you this job.
His name is Rashid Al Mohammed.
Anything else you can tell me about this Rashid Al Mohammed?
Actually, Junior, yes. He had two very strange wounds on his arm. It looked as if he'd been bitten by something with fangs.
Okay, Dad. Just sit tight and I'll see what I can do to get you out of here.
I know you will, Junior.
McGee, can you help me do a background check on a Dubai company?
Sure. What's the name?
Gentech Dynamics.
Gentech Dynamics? That sounds familiar. I'll get back to you as soon as I know anything.
Thanks, Proby.
All right. Let's put that one there. That one there. That one there.
What do you got, McGee?
The polymer coating Ducky found under the seal's fingernail is a prototype that hasn't yet been approved for sale. This is really strange, boss. Tony called from Dubai. He asked me to do a background check on a company called Gentech Dynamics. But that same company showed up in emails on the seal's laptop, and again while I was researching that substance Ducky found under Nate Levine's fingernail.
Let's try to piece this together on the deduction board.
Alright, let's go to the deduction board.
Time to make some magic.
What does that mean, McGee?
In addition,
So, Rashid is a terrorist leader.
that was a mistake.
What does that mean, McGee?
Interestingly,
And Rashid had access to the petrochemical.
that can't be right.
Why do you think that, McGee?
Interestingly,
And Rashid's wound was made by the broken mirror.
What does that mean, McGee? That's supposed to make sense, McGee? In English, McGee.
There we go.
furthermore,
So the murder suspect is Rashid. And there we go.
we gotta find this Rashid Al Muhammad guy, and fast.
Then find him.
Right. Count on me, boss.
Alright, let's track him. Or at least what we're doing. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, okay. There we go. Okay, so nothing in the civil data.
I've got his GPS info.
Alright.
Well, track him.
Already on it. He's on the move.
Here we go.
I'm right behind you. Where are you going? We're right on top of you now, and in just a few moments you'll be caught. You're mine, Rashid. You can't lose me. I'm right behind you. Where are you going? Oh, you might think you can run, but you'll never hide from me. Where are you going?
Booyah!
You're mine, Rashid. Okay, he's no longer on the move. He stopped at a house. Tony, I'm sending you the location of Rashid Al Mohammed's house now. Gibbs is going to get the Dubai police to meet you there.
All right. Making an arrest in a foreign country. Gonna add that to the resume.
Alright. Let's watch the cutscene.
Talk to me.
We got him, boss. Rashid was in the process of deleting the files off his laptop, but we managed to stop him before he finished. McGee's gonna need to work some magic.
Anything else?
Yeah, we got Rashid's cell phone, his gun, and one of the stolen passports from the UAE embassy, now forged with his picture and a US visa. I'm uploading the cell phone and laptop data now.
Sit on Rashid until McGee processes what you sent.
Roger that.
And we'll continue this when we come back.